Hi guys, my name is Shauna Heatley. Obviously this is a new channel and if you want to see how I create this look then just keep watching and yes. Okay, so I always generally start with my brows first and I just brush them through with a spoolie and I brush them upwards. Then I'm going to go in with my Zoeva 322 brow line brush and I'm using the Inglot AMC brow liner gel in number 16. This is really good, it's quite thin as well, so it's easy to work with and it stays on amazingly as well. So I just go through my brows, little like brush hair strokes until I'm happy with my shape. When I am doing my brows, I do always like to have a nice fade at the start so my brows don't look too blocked in, and I always generally will extend my brow just to make it a little bit longer. My biggest tip for getting that brow fade is probably just to make sure you don't have too much product on your brush when you are trying to get that nice fade, because it makes it a lot easier. The next step, I'm going to go in with my $1 Billion Brows Concealer Stick. I'm using the lightest shade, and then I'm going to go in and just kind of go around the brow where I think it needs a little bit of tidying up. And then I'm going to go in with my Mecca Cosmetica eyeliner brush just to kind of help carve it out. This is really great if you use like a powder for your eyebrows as well. It just helps give you that definition and just nice smooth line. Step for the brows, I like to go in with the Urban Decay Clear Eyebrow Gel. This just helps kind of set the eyebrows in place and also helps the product stay on longer. Now that I've done the brows, I'm going to start with the eyes. I'm going to use my Smashbox 24-hour eyeshadow primer and putting that all over the lid up to the brow bone. I love eyeshadow primer. I don't know how I never used to use it. It makes such a big difference and my eyeshadow actually stays on. Then I'm setting it with the NARS Crystal Translucent Setting Powder. This kind of helps work as a base and sets the primer as well. Yay, time for the eyeshadow. I'm using the MAC Burgundy Quad and I'm using the shade Poppy Seed. I'm just going to start by blending that through my crease and blending it upwards. I'm also just mainly focusing the colour on the outer corner of my eye but blending it in. Just have an itchy eyebrow. Now I'm just going to darken it up a little bit more. I'm going to be using the colour at the bottom of the quad on the far left. And I'm just using a Smashbox blending brush as well. I'm just kind of going over what we did before but still focusing the colour on the outer corner and continuing to blend it up. Now I'm going in with the shade Embark and I'm using the Smashbox double-ended brush. This brush is really similar to the 217 from MAC and I'm just kind of doing that in my crease, and then I'm getting my big fluffy brush and like also blend it out as well, but focusing the darker colour in the crease. Then I go in with my Zoeva 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush and I go in with Noir and I kind of just go in through my crease just to darken it up, keeping this one more on the outer corner, and then I blend it out. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with how the eyeshadow is looking, so I'm going to go in with my Napoleon Matte Eyeliner. I'm just going to do a bit of a wing, and the best tip I can give you for doing like a winged liner is to do the wing first, and I always do it with my eyes open so I can see where my wing is actually going to be when I open my eyes. Also want to make sure you're doing little strokes at a time. You don't want to go in and do one big line because you're not going to have as much control. Also, literally just take your time, because there's nothing worse than brushing it and then screwing up the eyeshadow you've just done as well. Go in with my Too Faced glitter glue. This is my favorite product in the world at the moment. I can't live without it. But I'm just going to put that on my lid, and I'm going to be using the 233 cream shader brush from Zoeva, and then I'm applying the H&M glitter dust. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm just popping that over where we put the glitter glue, and this just helps kind of give that kind of cut crease effect. Then I'm going to go in with my Makeup Geek black eyeshadow in Corrupt with just a small defined eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to go through the crease and just really darken that up and keeping it more in the outer V of the eye, and then blending that out. I'm using Bitten from Makeup Geek just to kind of blend that black eyeshadow out as well, and then just going through the crease. And then once again going in with my Napoleon eyeliner and just fixing up the line and just going over any glitter that's fallen down onto the black. Now on my favourite steps, I'm going to do my brow bone highlight and my inner corner highlight. I'm using the Balm Merry Luminizer, and I'm just using a small defined brush. I'm just going to blend the eyeshadow with the highlight just to make sure there's no like hard edges. Once I'm happy with that, I'm then going in with my Urban Decay Virgin eyeliner. This is incredible. It is so creamy and so easy to use, and it's super black. And I'm just tight lining my upper waterline just so I have no gap between my liquid liner and my lashes when I apply my mascara. Now I'm going to do the under eye, so I'm just going to use one of my Inglow eyeshadows, and I'm actually going to use my finger and I'm just going to put it between my like lashes in the lash line, just kind of blending it in and out. The reason why I'm using my finger and not using a brush, I just find this a lot easier to prevent fallout because I've already done my foundation. I just wanted to make sure I could pack the colour on without having a mess. Then I'm going to go in with my 223 Zoeva Petite Eye Blending Brush, and I'm going to go in and just touch up the highlight just to pack a bit more colour on, just to make it stand out a bit more. And I did my mascara off camera, but I just used the Kevyn Aucoin curling mascara, and this is amazing because it's a tubing mascara, so I get no smudging and no panda eyes whatsoever. And now for the lashes, I'm doing the New York lashes, and they are from Lily Galici, so Lily Lashes on Instagram. They are amazing. I have probably reviewed these about 8 times already, and I love them. Finishing touches, I'm just going in with my inner corner highlight again just to add it back in and touch it up, and then I'm almost done. And that's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned something new.